back, and guess what? We're doing some Honda stuff again. Anybody shocked? I promise we're gonna get some Nissan stuff here in a little while, but for right now, I have one of the cleanest Hondas I've ever had on the whole channel. And my friend, he's actually been on this channel before about 2 years ago, and since then the car's basically been under construction, and he's just finishing it up right now. This is amazing. I gotta show you this car. It is actually ridiculous. Check this thing out. Okay, I got a couple things on the agenda today. I'm just going to show you all the stuff I'm doing. One of the things I got to do is Emerson wants to get a catch can going on his 400 horsepower TSX car. So we have some bungs here. We're just going to like drill some holes really quick and weld up these fittings. That way he can catch his oil vapors. We're going to go ahead and take this motor off the stand because we're not doing anything with it right now. And this one right here, we're going to take it apart and investigate and see what kind of condition this little D16Y8 is. And if it's in good enough condition, we're probably going to start sticking some parts in it so we can get it prepped and ready to replace the Del Sol D15B7, which, you know, is just a lot less fun than a little bit better motor. So I've got to work on Hunch's car. He needs this piping that goes from here down to his boost pipe. He changed the manifold, so this changed a little bit, so we're going to redo that. I got to check and make sure all his wastegates and stuff are routed correctly. And then it does need to go on the dyno just for a checkup to make sure everything's running right. And kind of get an idea, like a progress report of where his horsepower is. It's been tuned before, but he's changed a few things. I think the turbo is different than the old one. I think the manifold's different, the throttle body's different. So he's got enough new parts that it's probably worth checking it. We're just going to do that. Okay, now that we got that motor off, we can go ahead and get this one situated. We can put the motor plate on it, and we can stick it up on there, turn it upside down, and see if it really actually has a knock. This right here, sticking out of the side of the rod, is actually the wasted bearing. It's like beating itself up so bad that it started to like push it out the side. So we're about to take this rod cap off, but by the looks of it, probably this crankshaft is very, very bad condition or possibly not savable at all. We were kind of hoping that it was savable so we could build a full D16, but ultimately we only paid $100 for the whole motor, so we're probably okay just using the cylinder head for $100. It's still way better than the D15B cylinder head, so that should be good either way. Two bearings. Oh, and we're victorious. Yeah, look, you can tell the oil hole has a bunch of like metal wiped into it, and it has like slowly beat itself to where it pushed the bearing straight out the side. Can you guys see this? Yo, that's pretty bad. That is maximum bearing life. Alright guys, I got those all welded up, so that looks pretty nice for Emerson. Kind of burnt his sticker a little bit, got a little crispy. Still came out pretty good. And we're putting the last clamp on Hunch's car over here. Sorry about the wind noise. Basically we just needed a bigger clamp because the throttle body is bigger than it was before. We extended that pipe down there, so that works. Next thing we do is just check a few little exhaust leaks in the back and we can put this sucker back on the dyno. Alright, remember how I told you guys that we were doing a Honda Civic tune in a minute? He just showed up right now. Car was getting a little bit hot because He put a radiator fan on the front of it, and I think it was actually blocking the air instead of helping him cool down. But he can probably fix that a little bit later. We can just run the big fan on the dyno for now. We're just going over some vacuum connections and making sure nothing's gonna pop off once we actually make boosts on this sucker. And once it's all pretty much good to go, we'll stick her on the dyno and see what we can make. It's kind of a fun setup though, because he's got the manifold like the ram horn style with the turbo clock that direction, so he can retain his air conditioning, which he's probably gonna hook up pretty soon. So. Okay, we went ahead and did a dyno pull. I had it in 4th gear, and at like 4,500 RPM, it made about 150 foot-pounds of torque, and started slipping the stock clutch. But I don't think he changed it. It's just stock, right? Yeah, stock, so it's not fantastic. But you would think that maybe it wouldn't slip at such low torque, but sometimes they do. Anyway, we're gonna put it back into 3rd gear and see if we can just make a clean pull at like 5 PSI. And that way he can drive it in the meantime until he gets a clutch, and then he can come back and retune. All right, let's see how it goes on 3rd gear, see if we can get a horsepower number. Okay, well, we just finished up, and we're not making very much boost, so don't judge these numbers too much, but 165 horsepower at like just under 5 pounds. It's okay. Basically, if the clutch wasn't slipping, we've been able to turn it up tonight, but it seemed kind of pointless since basically if we went up anymore, it was just gonna slip a bunch anyway, so it'll be back. It's kind of how it goes, with like a slightly better than stock clutch next time. All right, man, take it easy. Alright guys, so today we have a Acura Integra. It's one that we've actually tuned before. He's back for a retune. He did a motor build. We're adding flex fuel and possibly turning the boost up. I'm not really sure what we're all in for, but the motor's a lot stronger, so it'll definitely handle some more. In the background, I don't know if you 350Z people noticed, but the Raven car is back on the lift. He had an oil pressure issue, and the rod came out of the block. It happens, but we ordered a new motor. It's going in right now, and then we'll finally get him back on the dyno for a retune. And my goal is just to get all my shop friends at least into the 400 horsepower club. So check this Integra out. It's coming in here just in a second, and I'll show you what we're getting into. Good job, dude. You got it right on there. Did these wheels change?
Yeah.
They look nice, man. Your car's looking fresh.
I think mine's private. I think you follow me in there. Yeah.
So shiny.
And they're dirty.
Dang, we're getting into all kinds of stuff today, right? Flex fuel.
Yes.
And new motor.
Yes.
And just lots of tuning.
Yep. I got the retrofit kit.
For the coil pack retrofit?
Yeah, I got them to work.
Oh, nice. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I haven't done a Honda on the retrofit for a long time, but I actually just ordered it for our shop car. I sold my old S300 to him for his other car, and then I switched to the new S300 for
the
mine.
V3.
Yeah, the V3, so that I can do the new stuff. Let's take a look at the setup. I'm sure probably not too much has changed. Is this your like cold air intake over here?
Yeah, that's where the inlet goes in.
That's new, right? You didn't have that last time?
No, I had it last time.
Or did you have that last time?
Yeah.
Had the bumper last time, right?
No, nothing. Just like this.
Ah, it looks nice.
Yeah.
So this came with the...
Yeah, the Burton Racing, they sell this, so you would buy their kit, and then they'll sell you this, but I just got the plate, and I got the Honda retrofit kit from them. From
Honda?
Yeah.
That's cool. And just got some used coils or whatever?
Yeah.
That works. that works.
Yeah, at first they didn't want to start it, and it was that I had these flipped.
Oh, is that all?
That was all.
Just power and ground?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
I had them flipped. We didn't want to flip them because we didn't want to like burn anything. Or...
Were you able to just key on and test and verify that one was one and one was the other?
Yeah, we put power to
one
it.
was power and one was ground, yeah. Dude, you got like all the really good stuff. Yeah. So sometimes it pays to pay attention. This is a 4-port solenoid, so you can actually change your boost level a lot like more aggressively with a 4-port, I would say, than a 2-port. Your lines and fittings, you know, like everything's like good, not gonna blow off.
Yeah, I used to have
catch can. You used to have the vacuum lines.
Line,
yeah.
And then I did a tap here.
Oh, nice.
And then I put the vibrant on.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little addition. I mean, it just shows if you like take some time at your house and kind of think things through, you can really clean it up and make things work.
Valve cover, I didn't have it like the sound like that.
Oh yeah, that looks super nice too.
It was all me and my dad, mostly my dad.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, your dad's like an old school drag racer, so that helps. Yeah. Check this out right here.
And then that's where I put the flex fuel sensor there.
That's a nice. It's like a. You just bought the little fittings and you just added it there.
It came with the fittings. I got it from ECU Masters.
Okay. Yeah.
They came with the fittings. They're like.
They're made for AN basically. So
yeah.
just,
so they like flip from like the slide-in style. I don't know what you call
push
that.
lock to.
Yeah, to the AN.
Okay.
So
I mean that's super nice, and the clip locks nice.
Yeah.
So we just have a bunch of setup to do to tell it like when and how to use the flex fuel and what changes we can make based on it. But the cool thing is, since boost is adjustable, fuel is adjustable, and fuel type is sensible, and now we have coils and a built motor, like the possibilities start to be pretty endless for the car at this point. Hey, Ari. Okay, so we've been tuning for a little while now, but the ethanol content sensor in his car, it's just not reading through the Honda, so we've got to call Honda. Except for they're not really open right now or taking calls, unfortunately. It's not scaling it with the ECU, so we're just doing a tune on E85 just to kind of get it tuned on the new gas anyway. So he'll basically just have a pump gas tune and ethanol tune. I might make one more pull at around 300 horsepower just to make sure it's good for him to drive in the meantime. I'll show you guys that really quick, and then that'll be it for this one. We'll move on to the next project. Oh man, what a week. That was quite a few cars and a bunch of fun. And the Integra, the gray one from yesterday, it's going to be coming back maybe in a week, and we'll finish the tune all the way out on E85 and see how much boost we can make on the eBay Turbo. I have an Integra coming tomorrow that we're going to push to like 30 pounds of boost. So I think the next video is going to be trying to see how much boost and power we can make out of the basic T3 $100 to $150 eBay Turbo situation. So that'll be kind of fun to see. Maybe we'll get one of these turbos to blow up or something. No, I'm just kidding. I actually hope they don't blow up, but we'll get to see what happens. So that's coming next week. And we are gearing up for some Nissan stuff. But basically we have to finish putting the motor back into Raven's car before we can rail it on the dyno. We got him a new clutch, and the new motor should be going in. And then we can put it back on the dyno and tune. But I feel like it's going to make a lot more power with a manual trans than we did before with the auto. So it should be pretty interesting. Yeah, I think that's about it. So as always, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next week. Or, you know, maybe just in like 4 or 5 days. Okay, see you later.